today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And bringing them out is a Pro Bowler back in the 2015 campaign. He's now approaching a decade in the league. Is Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Baron Browning make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's Russell Wilson, 11th season in the league. First, of course, with Denver after a high-profile trade this offseason that saw him dealt from Seattle.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there at one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On second and a long way to go. Wilson.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Wilson to throw. There's Judy. What a grab that was. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Judy. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And the Rams at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Akers. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go play action. Bridgewater. And that is caught. It's Davis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
But the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater now. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Bridgewater's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater completes it to Davis. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll run here with Akers.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Maher is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Our game here, the second of 3 on this fine Christmas day. Coming up later tonight, the Bucs and Cardinals from Glendale. And then remember, as if your spouse hasn't chided you enough already, more football coming your way tomorrow night. Chargers and Colts on the 26th from Indianapolis.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a give. Akers running left. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack. They can also get downfield and catch the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Denver's offense now set to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, this is almost football 101. What is a draw trying to accomplish? Using the aggressiveness of the defensive line against itself when they're getting back to the backfield, you pass them by handing the ball to a runner. In this case, that didn't work at all because the defensive line was there so quickly, there was no chance to fool them.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Randy Gregory, from that outside linebacker spot, gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. A give up the middle to Akers. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. "35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field. And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive. And there's the running back, Cam Akers. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points. I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running. Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Bridgewater on first down. On the slant, he's got Davis. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half with this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half. We'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Wilson. He completes this to Sutton. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wilson. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. .43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half, and they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Complete. Jefferson the target. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. This taken in at the goal line.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. There's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 23. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the give, this is Akers. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. To throw is Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Akers going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now a toss running left, Akers.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. Middle of the field to Jefferson. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Maher able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson.
Got his man. It's Dulcich. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Play action. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up a throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 37. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
70 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
1st down, Bridgewater.
He'll find Gabriel Davis.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Bridgewater.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This drive's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
So an agile move, but not a big gain. Down right near the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Play action. Now Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big. That's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 22, Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They're able to get this to Patrick. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Able to find Judy. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Wilson. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looks to the sideline and has Mims who makes a catch. Throwing again on second down. Wilson got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down.